Yeah, so she would douse herself in baby oil. She would just be covered in it, and you'd give her a hug, and you would slide down it. Yeah, that was my grandma. Yeah, covered in baby oil. Yeah, we called her. She was like a slip and slide. We'd like hug her and we'd slide down. But let's not talk about that on the Facebook live from Sholo. It's the Morning Brew, baby.
Coming to you from the heart of Sholo, Arizona, on the Deuce of Clubs. It's Q Country 92.5's The Morning Brew with Chris Bennett.
He's got spirit. I hear it.
Good morning and welcome to the behind the scenes of our small town radio show on Q Country 92.5, The Morning Brew, with me, Chris Bennett, coming to you from beautiful Sholo, Arizona on this Friday, July 25th. And holy moly, do we have a fun show planned for you today. Today is Friday, so it's time for our Country Climb Star of the Week. I had a chance to do an interview with Glenbrooke, an amazing country musician out of Michigan, and we're going to play one of her songs on the radio. We'll play two of her songs here on the Facebook and YouTube Live, so make sure you click share. Glenbrooke, holy moly, she's on, buddy. She's on, holy moly. Our Country Climb Star of the Week is on. We're going to be starting her interview here in a second, but let me click share because I care. Glenn, how are you doing? I'm so excited, Glenbrooke, to play your song Moving On, and then we also, for our podcast and Facebook and YouTube Live audience, we have another song we're going to be playing from her as well. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Todd Miller, holy moly, we have another new best friend on. Oh, heck yes. All right, I'm going to click share. Oh, phone call. Hold on for one more day. Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. This call's being played on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, recorded for the radio, and our podcast, and my OnlyFans. Hold on just a second. All right. Who's this?
Who do you think it is?
It's my best friend, Brian. I was going to call you after the show to see when I could meet up with you.
Yeah, well, you figure it out and tell me when.
All right. So I just head out to the Pinedale area?
Yeah, I'll give you our address when we're off the radio, and then you can put it in Google Maps or whatever.
Yeah, dude, we're on the Facebook Live right now, and today, Brian from Pinedale, we have our Country Climb Star of the Week, and it's Glenbrooke, and she's on the Facebook Live. Say hi to Glenbrooke.
Hello, Glenbrooke. Happy to have you on the radio.
I can't wait for you to hear her song, Moving On. Have you been liking this new segment, the Country Climb Star of the Week?
I love it because we're getting to hear music that we wouldn't normally hear.
Yep, that's right. All right, come join me for the behind the scenes of my small town radio show. Morning Brew with Chris on Q Country 92.5. All right, got that. Okay, share. All right. That was shared, and then boom, we'll do one more.
Got no echo, right?
No echo. Hey. All right, there we go. Yeah, Glenbrooke wants to come out to Arizona sometime, and that would be so awesome. I would love any of these Country Climb Stars of the Week to come to Sholo. But
well, why don't we get some sponsors together and get her out here?
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Like we did for Pa.
Yeah.
I'll help out with that.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Join the behind the scenes. I'll poop in my butt. That's my Christian swear word. For those of you that are new to the Facebook Live and the Morning Brew, you're watching chaos. You're watching behind the scenes of the Morning Brew, and I don't want to swear on the radio, so I use Christian swear words. So poop in my butt is my number.
Your butt.
Poop in my butt. Join us for the behind the scenes.
So no creepers.
Yeah, of our small town radio show. All right, perfect. Poop in my butt and smell it. Okay. Radio show. Okay.
Get the Febreze out.
Yeah, get the Febreze. I have so much going on. All right, we're going to start we're going to play the video portion of our interview for our Facebook Live audience here in a second. Debbie Hurtado, holy moly, Debbie Hurtado. Good morning. How are you doing? Okay, got that. All right, perfect. Okay, we are set. And let me get this. All right. Brian, I'll be right back with you. All right, I'll be right back just a second. Okay. All right, best friends, thank you so much for checking in and tuning in for the behind the scenes of our small town radio show on Q Country 92.5. Today is Friday, and it's time for our Country Climb Star of the Week. This is the full interview that you're going to catch of Glenbrooke. We're also going to play some of her music, and also we're going to have her interviews playing on the radio. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited for today's Country Climb Star of the Week interview. Here we go.
Chris Bennett's Country Climb Star of the Week.
This week it is Glenbrooke. Woo! From Michigan. Woo, woo, woo. Thanks so much for joining.
Hello.
Hello. Sholo says hello to Glenbrooke. How about we play a little icebreaker game to get to know each other before we move on. You ready?
Let's do this.
What was the first album you ever bought?
Oh, the first album I ever bought? Oh my gosh, you're taking me back when I was like really little. It probably was like NSYNC or Britney Spears or something wild.
Is there a song you wish you had wrote?
Yeah, I'm a song by Stephen Wilson Jr.
Oh, I absolutely love him. He's amazing. Do you have a dream venue that you want to play?
The Red Rocks. And then probably Pine Knob, which is a spot here in Michigan.
And if you weren't a musician, what would you be?
I mean, I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, so I mean, I kicked butt at that. But it would have to be something that is people-y, because I love people.
Right.
So I'm not really sure. Maybe probably sales.
Yeah. And last question. This is going to be the hardest question I ask all day. If you had one country song to request for the rest of your life, that's the only song you could request at weddings, parties, radio, whatever, what country song are you requesting?
Oh my gosh. Oh, this isn't fair.
Mine would be Travis Tritt, Great Day to Be Alive.
Oh, that's a wonderful song. You know what? I would have to say Brooks and Dunn, Neon Moon.
Oh, love me some Brooks and Dunn. Actually, let's go ahead and play some Brooks and Dunn, requested by today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're talking to Glenbrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week, and we had a little fun with our icebreaker game. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty and find out who is Glenbrooke. How did you get started in music? Tell us a little about your journey.
I grew up in a musical family. My dad was the lead singer and lead guitarist of a band here in my hometown. And I grew up with that around me, along with my brothers playing either drums or guitar or singing. My aunt played the drums. Everybody kind of dabbled in it, so I was always around it. And so growing up, I think I was about 7 when I decided to pick it up. The first song I ever learned was Dixie Chicks' Take Me Away.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah. And that just went through your whole youth. When did you start playing shows and writing your own music?
I started performing out in high school. I had a teacher that was he influenced me a lot to get myself out there. And so he was performing out, and if he did, he'd let me come and play a song or two. And that's kind of how I got my feet wet. And in high school is when I started writing as well. And it kind of just snowballed into about 19 or 20 when I really wrote my first song that I thought was cool, and recorded that in my early 20s. So.
And then was there a specific moment when you realized that this is what you want to do with your life? Music was it?
Yeah, I think I realized early on, probably in high school, when I was like, this is going to be it. Because you know, those tests that they make you take in high school where they're like, fill out all the answers, they'll tell you what you are going to be. Well, every time I'd fill them out, it would always come back and tell me I was going to be a teacher. And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, that sounds horrific. I can't do that. So I would go back in because I'm like, no, I want to be a singer. So I would change it all out so that it would always answer that I was going to be that or a radio host or something. So I think that's when I knew.
And you live in Michigan. You travel to Nashville a lot. What's the Michigan music scene like, and has that shaped you in the type of music you do?
It's definitely shaped me in a lot of different ways. We've got a big community up here. Nashville's saturated, but Michigan has a lot of awesome talent, very versatile, very different. And being within those communities, it's kind of helped me find myself and not so much always feeling like you have to be like the next or the artist that's already there. You know, it's okay yourself and own it. And these communities up here are very much that. They're finding their own lane. They've found their own lane. They are their own person, and we're all kind of just rocking it out that way. It's awesome. I'm very, very proud.
What's your favorite
So,
part about being a singer and a songwriter and a performer?
touching people on so many different levels. I enjoy writing music that is true to me. It's absolutely a song. It's something that probably happened in my life that I wrote about. Um, and the older I get, the more storytellish they become. I was just watching a docuseries on Billy Joel, and they were trying to figure out his album at one point, and he's like all over the place in these different genres, if you will. And I'm like, I feel like that's a lot of me. I feel like I fall everywhere sometimes, but it always seems to kind of cohesively come back into one unit. But yeah.
And I've seen your style described as country soul with the rock and roll edge. What does that mean to you, and what artists have maybe helped inspire that?
You know, I stopped describing myself as country rock because I feel that I fall more into an American roots. And I say that because, like, inspo wise, you know, I grew up on Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty and the Eagles and James Taylor, and I grew up on all these influences that my dad listened to. But then I myself fell in love with Miranda Lambert, and nowadays I'm obsessed with Cassie Ashton and Jackson Dean, Stephen Wilson Jr., Brian Martin. I love male vocals. I'm hardcore. I feel like I'm low where I just kind of hang out there. Normally when I play out, people are like, can you play, Shania Twain or something? It's like, yes, I can. I can lower it to do it, but I'd rather play a male song. Um, but there's just so many influences that I feel like I'm kind of creating my own niche. I don't know if it's country rock. It feels that way sometimes, but I like to call it American roots now. So.
Well, it is amazing. Make sure everyone check out today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke. We're going to be playing some of her music coming up next. But first, we have a fun game planned. We'll be right back on Q Country 92.5. I love that new Jackson Dean song, Heaven to Betsy.
I play that. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, gosh. I would love to see that. Do you have that on social media? Have you singing it yet, or?
I do have it on social media.
It's now time for musician questions with a musician. Today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke, visiting us from Michigan. All right, here's some questions for you. What's your songwriting process? Do you come up with the lyrics first or the melody?
Okay, a majority of the time it is lyrics. But lately I feel like I've been getting a lot more experimental with my the melody that I'm creating on the guitar. So it's been chords first, but mostly it's lyrics first.
And do you hear the music in your head, like when you're out and about, and then you sit down at the guitar, or do you sit down at the guitar and you just start like playing and see what comes out?
It's from scratch. Yeah.
What's the most useful advice another artist has given you?
I once was told that if I ever stop getting nervous in music, that I should stop. And I think that's true because to some degree you should always feel a vulnerability to what you're doing. I think it brings so much more, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. I just totally agree with that. I feel like you are lacking something when you lose that, you know? I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I can't even think of the word right now. But yeah, it's just more gratifying, I think, if you are keeping that vulnerability and feeling nervous. I mean, like, I get nervous before every show, sometimes more than others, depending on how big, but yeah.
Well, what's your pre-show ritual? Anything weird or wonderful you do?
My band and I always do a cool little chant together. I can't completely share it here because there's swearing involved, but we do a pretty cool chant, and it always gets us amped up. And we used to, or sometimes we'll say like a cool prayer. Warm up wise, earlier in the day, I'll always like play through a few songs and just kind of get myself warmed up and maybe have some tea, but that's about it.
And last question, if you could co-write a song with someone, who would it be?
Stephen Wilson Jr.
Heck yes, there we go. That was musician questions for a musician. Today's Country Climb Star of the Week guest, Glenbrooke. We are going to be back with her and play one of her latest songs here on Q Country 92.5. We are back with our best friend, Glenbrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. You have a great song that you're going to let us play here on Q Country 92.5 in Show Low, Arizona. It's called Moving On. Tell us a little bit about this song, how it was inspired, and what it means to you.
Moving On is based off of, I was going through a hard time in some relationships. I was coming out of a divorce and I was seeing someone, and I was going through just this whole process of like finding myself and grieving and kind of shedding an old relationship and trying to get into a new one. And I kind of felt like it was best put, you know, when you meet somebody, you know, you have like that special song, you know, maybe you're out at a bar and you hear a song together, you're like, that's our song, or, you know, whatever, and or it's your wedding song or whatever. But I feel like in relationships, if you hit turmoil, sometimes you feel like you could go back to that song and maybe it'll, you know, make a spark again and help you guys get back. Or maybe you don't and you have a new song and it's just called Moving On, and you just, you know, you kind of just gotta shed it and move on and find a new song. So it's very difficult for me to describe. I kind of leave it up to the listeners and make your own assumption and opinion, and maybe I'll hit home for you in a different way. But that's kind of where my mindset was.
Right. Well, I'm excited to play it for our listeners here at the Q Country Nation. Here's a song from today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke, with her song, Moving On.
He said, I'm moving along, heading out the door, now waiting like the song was sing about a boy and a girl meeting for a drink. I said, you're moving on, did you even give it time to hear a wine in the car with a song about a boy and a girl in a bar? But you can't go back, can't fence time. But if I had the chance to play the song one last time about a boy and a girl meeting world. days, like the boy and the girl, still caught up in their days. I said you're giving up like the Chevy truck you didn't love, like the boy and that girl. We should go and get it stuck, but you can't go back, can't finish time. But if I had the chance to play the song one last time, about a boy and a girl who made it work. Just one last time we live our lives, heading out of the lyric. There's nowhere to spin it back to that day when we first heard it. It's new kind of song where we belong and we're moving on. Like the boy and that girl, we never again want this song. We're moving on. Moving on. Just one last time, live our lives, heading out of the lyric. There's nowhere to spin it back to that day when we first heard it. New kind of song where we belong and we're moving on. Like the boy and that girl, we never again want this song. We're moving on. Whoa, moving on. I said you're giving up like the Chevy truck you didn't love, like the boy and that girl. We should go and get it stuck.
That was Glenbrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week, with her song Moving On. Woo! That is a beautiful. And I don't know music very well, but near the end, was it a guitar that was playing, or the picking, or what instrument was that? It was like a cool guitar solo or something.
Oh, there's a mandolin in there.
That's what it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is that's amazing. Where'd you record that at?
So we recorded that at Southlight Sound in Nashville. Leland Grant and his team and session workers were amazing. They kicked butt. I tell you what, I was mesmerized on how fast those puppies can work and how perfect they do it. It was so cool.
Well, it's an amazing recording, an amazing song. Everyone, you got to follow Glenbrooke. You have socials, and you also play some covers, and you do some great musical videos on your socials. How can we follow and support you moving forward?
Thank you. Obviously on all the social media platforms is the pain of the game, right? So I have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I don't know, YouTube, you name it. I have all the things all under Glenbrooke or Glenbrooke Music. You can find me under those.
Glenbrooke, it's
My website
Glen.
is,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yep. Yeah, no, you're fine. Glenbrooke, Glenbrooke, all one word. And you can, you can just follow me on there. That would be great. Helps me along on this wild journey I'm on.
Heck yes. Give her a follow and listen to her music. And make sure you listen to our podcast version as well, because we have another great song that is not radio appropriate. It's a little spicy, but we're going to spice things up here on our podcast, The Morning Brew with Chris Bennett and Best Friends. What's this one called? What's this one about? You could say it.
This one is about being in a relationship. It's about being in a relationship. It's the best way to describe it, man. Like, it's called and that's what it's about.
Heck yeah, and I love this song. We're going to play it for our audience right now. This is Glenbrooke with her song.
feel like I'm walking a thin, thin line. Caught up in my mind, trying to convince myself I'm fine. One minute I'm strong and can go it alone, the next you walk back in, my heart's at home. Where will the breaking stop? Too much commotion and all I want is love. Tell me one thing made you run away. I say I'm sorry, then regret what I say. Is it me? Is it me? Is it you? How much longer are we gonna need to do this shit? I remember I told you that I knew, and just like that you caught me like a flower in the way you blew. I found my way back in, and now I'm here and you don't know what to say. Why can't I just accept it and walk away? Walk away. Where will the breaking stop? Too much commotion and all I want is love. Tell me one thing made you run away. I say I'm sorry, then regret what I say. Is it me? Is it me? Is it you? How much longer are we gonna need to do this shit? What was I to you all this time spent? I'm questioning who I am and you don't give a damn. What was I to you all this time spent? I'm questioning who I am and you don't give a damn. Where will the breaking stop? Too much commotion and all I want is love. Tell me one thing made you run away. I say I'm sorry, then regret what I say. Is it me? Is it me? Is it you? How much longer are we gonna need to do this? How much longer are we gonna need to do this shit? What was out of you all this time spent? I'm questioning who I am and you don't give a shit.
Yes, another great one from Glenbrooke. Your voice is phenomenal. You have so much soul and power behind your voice, and your lyrics are great. Do you ever, I imagine that song, you had to be writing some of the lyrics, and you're like, oh, that's good. What's your favorite lyric you've ever
Bro.
written?
Ooh, the favorite lyric I've ever written, it just recently. However, I wrote that shit within like 45 minutes.
Oh, nice.
That song didn't take me long to write. I think I was really on a fuel fire train there. It was pretty wild. But the favorite lyric I've written recently is "Oh, what I wouldn't give to hold you a little longer, kid."
That is a beautiful lyric.
Most favorite line.
Yeah, I have a daughter who's 17, well, 25 and 17, and the 17-year-old starting her senior year of high school. And so when you said that like, oh,
My gosh.
what I wouldn't give just to hold that kid a little. Like that is
Yeah.
beautiful. Is that? Oh, there we go. Is that a song that's out right now or no?
Actually, I just wrote that song a few weeks ago, so it's going to be recorded here probably in the next couple weeks. If not, late next month, I would like to get it in because it's pretty awesome. So.
We can't wait for more new music from Glenbrooke, and you should listen to all her music she has on all streaming platforms. Follow her online on all socials and continue to support her. Thank you so much for being our Country Climb Star of the Week. And if you ever have anything to promote in the future, you're always a friend of the show. You're welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this opportunity. I can't say thank you enough to Austin Burke and Shauna, his dad, and Playlisted, and everyone just opening these opportunities up to me. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you.
Absolutely. Huge shout out to Playlisted Podcast. Thank you so much. This has been our Country Climb Star of the Week. Heck yeah, that was Glenbrooke, our Country Climb Star of the Week. That was the full video interview, and we're actually going to be playing your song, Glenbrooke, on the radio here in the 8 o'clock hour. We're a little ahead of schedule on the Facebook Live. You're seeing the behind the scenes, but I'm so excited you guys are able to be live for when I actually play her song live on the radio. The reviews are in. Everybody loves Glenbrooke music and her song Moving On. Heck yes. Hold on for one more day. Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. This call's being played on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, recorded for the radio, recorded for our podcast, and social media. Hold on for one more day. Let's see. Even my kitties were staring at the phone. They were loving it. All right. Jackie Bowers, good morning. We have so many new best friends that are friends of Glenbrooke Music. We love her. She's amazing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good morning. It's the Morning Brew with Chris. Who's this?
Yee, yee.
Yee. It's everyone's favorite redneck from Beaumont, Texas. It's Paul from Beaumont. What do you think of our new Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke?
Hey, that was good, man. She's got a driving like bluesy, real, like you're right, man. Like a real loud voice that's like good.
Yeah, so powerful. It's just amazing. So everyone,
but dude, when she was talking about them lyrics she just wrote, I was thinking, man, I bet you was thinking about that when you gave your daughter away.
That's right. Yeah.
I just want to hold my baby one more minute.
What do you got
just
going?
Think about it, Chris. Just think about it.
Yeah. Paul loves to try and make me cry. If you're new to the show, you're wondering what he's doing. He's trying to get me to cry because I am a bit of a crier, but it's not going to work today, buddy.
Yeah, as soon as she turns that song loose, it will.
Well, what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I got to go back for another sleep study.
Oh, no.
That's going to blow. Yeah, so I'm going to have to find something to take because doctor said they can give me melatonin. So I'll probably take a couple shots in the parking lot and tug it with a beer.
And then do your little sleep study. And then when do you get your fat shot?
The 5th.
The 10th?
The 5th.
Oh, the 5th. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Paul's going to be losing some weight. How about when we come back, we play a little game?
Okay, let's play a game.
All right, we'll be right back with Paul from Beaumont. Yay! All right. Laura, Glenn Brooks Moritz, good morning. Kathy Osborne, good morning. A loud voice, that's good. LOL, Paul. Sean Burke just said that. Sean Burke, he's lives here in Pine Top, has a house, and his son is Austin Burke, an amazing Nashville recording artist that's originally from Arizona and has a podcast called Playlisted. And Sean is really, he's the guy that has made the Country Climb Star of the Week happen. He hit me up and he said, hey, would you like to support new independent artists? And I'm like, yeah, I would love to, but I just don't have the time to look for him and to contact him. And he goes, well, my son has the Playlisted podcast, and we see new artists all the time that deserve some radio play. can we send them your way? And so Sean Burke, Austin Burke, and the Playlisted podcast, thank you so much for sending all these great artists our way. And he said he loves your quote, Paul. He loves how you describe Glenbrooke's music. A loud voice, that's good.
Yeah, it's really soulful, man. It's really soulful.
It really is. All right. I'm trying to think. We'll probably have to play our next segment with her before we play our game. We're going to find out if we're smarter than a redneck this morning. I got to find some juicy trivia. So when's your sleep study? Tonight?
No, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Ooh.
Yeah, Saturday night.
And so you go to a hospital or you just go to some guy's basement?
Pretty much. Yeah, they told me it'd take 10 days to get the results. They told me Wednesday. I took it Monday. They told me Wednesday. So it did take 10 days.
What did they say was wrong with you?
They said I quit breathing like 12 times an hour on the average. He said, that's just minor. You just got a mild case. So really? I said, well, if that's mild and I feel the way I do, I'd hate to have a full-blown case of this stuff.
Right. All right, so I'm playing her next two segments and her call. So this is about 7.5 minutes. Do you want to stay on and listen to it, or do you want me to call you back?
I just listened to it on the radio or on the.
Oh, cool, awesome. All right, sweet. All right, there we go. All right, you guys heard her song first on the Facebook Live. Now you're going to hear me spin it for the first time on our small town radio station on Q Country 92.5 in beautiful Show Low, Arizona. Here we go. Heard her song first on the Facebook.
From the Horn Auto Center Studios, Chris Bennett's Country Climb, Star of the Week.
We are back with our best friend, Glenbrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. You have a great song that you're going to let us play here on Q Country 92.5 in Show Low, Arizona. It's called Moving On. Tell us a little bit about this song, how it was inspired, and what it means to you.
Moving On is based off of I was going through a hard time in some relationships. I was coming out of a divorce and I was seeing someone, and I was going through just this whole process of like finding myself and grieving and kind of shedding an old relationship and trying to get into a new one. And I kind of felt like it was best put, when you meet somebody, you have like that special song, maybe you're out at a bar and you hear a song together, you're like, that's our song, or, whatever, or it's your wedding song or whatever. But I feel like in relationships, if you hit turmoil, sometimes you feel like you could go back to that song and maybe it'll, make a spark again and help you guys get back. Or maybe you don't and you have a new song and it's just called Moving On, and you just, you kind of just gotta shed it and move on and find a new song. So it's very difficult for me to describe. I kind of leave it up to the listeners and make your own assumption and opinion, and maybe I'll hit home for you in a different way. But that's kind of where my mindset was.
Right. Well, I'm excited to play it for our listeners here at the Q Country Nation. Here's a song from today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke, with her song, Moving On.
Now waiting like the song sing about a boy and a girl meeting for a drink. I said, you're moving on. Did you even give it time to hear a
dance party
with a song about a boy and a girl in a bar? But you can't go back, can't finish time. But if I had a chance to play the song one last time about a boy and a girl needed. One last time. peppered hair's like the boy and the girl still caught up in their days. I said you're giving up like the Chevy truck you didn't love, like the boy and the girl. We should go and get it stuck, but you can't go back. Can't fix time, but if I had the chance to play that song one last time, about a boy and a girl who made it work. Just one last time we live our lives, heading out of the lyric. There's nowhere to spin it back to that day when we first heard it. It's a new kind of song where we belong and we're moving on. Like the boy and that girl who never again want this song. We're moving on. Moving on. Just one last time, live our lives, heading out of the lyric. There's nowhere to spin it back to that day when we first heard it. It's a new kind of song where we belong and moving on. Like the boy and that girl, we never again want this song. Moving on. Whoa, moving on. I said you're giving up like a Chevy truck you didn't love, like the boy and that girl. We should go and get it stuck.
That was Glenbrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week, with her song "Moving On." Woo! That is a beautiful, and I don't know music very well, but near the end, was it a guitar that was playing, or the picking, or what instrument was that? It was like a cool guitar solo or something.
Oh, there's a mandolin in there.
That's what it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that is that's amazing. Where'd you record that at?
So we recorded that at Southlight Sound in Nashville. Leland Grant and his team and session workers were amazing. They kicked butt. I tell you what, I was mesmerized on how fast those puppies can work and how perfect they do it. It was so cool.
Well, it's an amazing recording, an amazing song. Everyone, you gotta follow Glenbrooke. You have socials, and you also play some covers, and you do some great musical videos on your socials. How can we follow and support you moving forward?
Thank you. Obviously on all the social media platforms is the pain of the game, right? So I have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. I have all the things all under Glenbrooke or Glenbrooke Music. You can find me under those.
Glenbrooke, it's
My website
Glen.
is...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're fine. Glenbrooke, Glenbrooke, all one word. And you can just follow me on there. That would be great. Helps me along on this wild journey I'm on.
Heck yes. Give her a follow and listen to her music. And make sure you listen to our podcast version as well, because we have another great song that is not radio appropriate. It's a little spicy. So listen to our podcast, The Morning Brew with Chris Bennett and Best Friends, to hear that. But that has been Chris Bennett's Country Climb Star of the Week. All right, there we go. I'm back. All right, you there, best friend? Did I lose you? Paul, did I lose you? Did I lose you? Paul, are you there? I think I lost him. Oh. Paul, you there? All right, I think I lost him. All right, we'll call him again. Well done. Yeah, Jared, thanks so much for hopping on. Yes. Glenbrooke, amazing. Let's see. Ryan Kilpatrick says Glenbrooke Moritz is a badass. Love what you do. Love you. Woo. Here we go. Hold on for one more day. Michael Moss says, I love that song. Paul says, I have a hard time trying to write fast stuff. Paul from Beaumont is a huge part of the Morning Brew, and he's also, he's started to learn guitar, and he's also written in a beautiful country song called Left Behind. And but you don't like you have a hard time with the fast stuff.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's find out what game we're going to play. Man, that was awesome. I love that song, yeah. Moving on. And it's amazing how many talented people are out there that, we haven't heard of. And so I love...
That's what I put on there, man. This segment, there's more talented people that have been on this segment of yours than... what you hear on the radio, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm so thankful to Sean and Austin Burke and the Playlisted podcast. Keep sending us these awesome artists. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see what game we want to play today. It's International Red Shoe Day. It's National Carousel Day. National Get Gnarly Day. National Hire a Veteran. Paul's a veteran. You're hire a veteran. Thank you so much to all our veterans and all those that are currently serving this great country we live in. I love you guys.
Hey, let's play my song for the patriotic song of the week.
Okay, for Left Behind?
Yeah.
All right. Heck yeah. All right. I wonder, is there veteran trivia? What trivia should we do? United States trivia? Should we do country music trivia?
We'll do country music. I've been on a hot streak.
Yeah, you really have. Okay. All right, let's find this. All right. So I'll start the segment by saying, Paul, today is Hire a Veteran Day. You're a veteran, and I'll thank you for your service. And then I'm like, since it's your day, you pick. What type of trivia do you want? And you could say country music, man.
Country music, man.
Country
hey,
music.
You know what I did? I made coffee. I made coffee for iced coffee.
Uh-huh.
It had no doggone milk.
Oh, that's the worst. I can't have coffee if it tastes like coffee. I gotta cover it up. All right.
Put mine up, son.
All right. Do we want to do, so we could just do random country music trivia, or they have it like we could do George Strait trivia if we want to do the King.
It don't matter to me, buddy. Whatever you want to do.
All right. I guess I have to do everything around here.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Got that. Do you got time to play some Ward Davis? I don't think I do today, but let me try. What did Garth Brooks offer to donate? All right. I think I found some juicy questions for us. All right. But first, let me edit this. Okay. Hold on. Let me edit this.
Song list it will. Hey, we planned out where we're going for Carson's bachelor party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
We're going to Boca Raton, Florida.
Oh.
We're going iguana hunting.
Man, maybe we do that in the first segment. Hold on, let me listen to it.
Go iguana hunting.
That's crazy. Here you go. Just a second. Hold on. What's going on this weekend? I am a bit of a crier, but it's not going to work today.
You just wrote. I was thinking, man.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's see. It's amazing. So everyone.
But dude, when she was talking about. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm editing our first call, trying to figure out what to do with it. Because I don't think I talked about, I don't think I played that part you're referring to on the radio. So what do you got going?
Just think about it, Chris. Just think about it.
You're trying so hard to make me cry. Yeah. She made me, when she said those lyrics.
You were fixing to cry.
I was, yeah. I am a bit of a crier, but it's not. Yeah. Especially, I'm having such a hard time with my youngest. Like, it's her senior year. And, well, what do you got going on this weekend?
One more minute, buddy. One more minute. You ought to play 5 more minutes from Scotty McCreery. Well, I got to go.
Let's see.
Well, dude,
Oh, wait, hold on.
More
Just one more.
song, Lucy, Will.
Well, all right, perfect. Okay, got that. What do you got going on this week? There you go.
Well,
All right, maybe we'll talk about the Carson bachelor party maybe on Monday.
okay.
All right, because I don't think I have time for it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It is now time for Are You Smarter Than a Redneck? Today, Paul, is National Hire a Veteran Day. So first, I just want to thank you so much for your service, Paul, and for all those brave men and women that have served our great country we live in and continue to serve this great country. We're so grateful for the sacrifices you have made. For National Hire a Veteran Day, I thought I'd let you pick the trivia today.
All right. Well, how about, I've been on a hot streak. How about country music?
Country music. You got it. If you know the answer, say your name. That's your buzzer. It is multiple choice. Here we go. What was the name of Merle Haggard's backup band? Was it the Drifters, the Jailbirds, the Gamblers, or the Strangers? Paul, go ahead. The Drifters? Nope. I'm going to say
the Travelers.
Oh, the
A.
There is no Travelers. It's the Drifters. A is Drifters, and you are wrong. I'm going to say the Strangers. The Strangers! Woo! Heck yeah, I'm up 1-0. It's the first 1 to 3 wins. In which song does Hank Williams sing, I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill? Is it Lost Highway, Honky Tonk Blues, Setting the Woods on Fire, or Hey Good Looking? Paul.
Hey, good looking.
Hey, good looking. Yes. All right. We're tied at 1 apiece. What did George Strait elope with his high school, where did George Strait elope with his high school sweetheart? Was it Canada, Costa Rica, Ireland, or Mexico? Paul.
Mexico.
Is it Mexico? Oh my gosh. He's up 2-0. One right answer away from winning. Which singer did Dolly Parton replace on the Porter Wagner Show? Was it Brenda Lee, Barbara Mandrell, Connie Smith, or Norma Jean? Chris, I'm going to say Barbara Mandrell. No. It's either Brenda Lee, Connie Smith, or Norma Jean.
Connie Smith?
Is it Connie Smith? No, I live to fight another day. It is, no, it wasn't Brenda Lee. It was Norma Jean. Here we go. In which song does George Jones sing, he had underlined in red every single I love you, Paul?
He stopped loving her today.
That's right.
Don't ask me no George Jones stuff, man. You done lost your mind.
Holy moly, he is on fire. That's one smart redneck. You are smarter than a very handsome radio DJ, Paul. Congratulations.
And you know what? You got left behind.
Oh, yes. How about we play the song that Paul wrote for our patriotic song of the week? This is Left Behind on Q Country 92.5. Awesome, buddy. You're the best.
That was smoother than diarrhea after Taco Bell.
That was smoother than diarrhea after Taco Bell. You got it, buddy. You're the best, man. Thanks so much.
All right, have a good weekend.
Let's see.
Talk to y'all later.
Glenbrooke, I think she would have beaten you. I think she's smarter than a redneck. I gave 10.5 years in the service and had a blast in the Navy. Saw many places in the world. Thank you so much for your service, Dave. All right. Joe G says thanks for your service. Joe G's on. Heck yeah. All right.
The comedian. You funny? You a funny guy? Hey, you a comedian? You funny? I'll make you laugh.
Funny how? Funny like a clown? All right, Paul. We love you, buddy. Thanks so much.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
All right. See ya. All right, best friends, that's going to do it for our Facebook Live portion of the show. I got to edit the calls, and that's not that much fun for you. So I'm going to edit the calls. We're also going to be posting the podcast in about an hour so you could catch all the fun in a podcast form. Mel West, he is the best. Mel West, I heard some good news, Mel West. How you doing? We are international from Idaho. Heck yes, Mel West, he is the best. Head of sports production with iTalk, just an amazing dude. Love Mel West. All right, best friends, I love you. For the Morning Brew, I have been Chris Bennett. Thank you so much to our Country Climb Star of the Week, Glenbrooke. Make sure you follow Glenbrooke wherever you can on all socials. Listen to her music, Glenbrooke Music. And again, big shout out to the Playlisted Podcast, Austin Burke and Sean Burke, for sending these artists our way. And thank you for everyone that tuned in and had fun with us and helped brighten my morning. I hope we brightened your morning as well, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. For the Morning Brew, I have been Chris Bennett, reminding you to be nice to yourself, be nice to others, and don't be jerk. And for the Morning Brew, I say, bye. Love you guys.